Hello everyone and welcome to Weecap Wednesdays. I would have called it Recap Wednesdays, but I love alliterations and there's no day of the week that starts with R, so... This is going to be a special series on the My Primos podcast Patreon, where I'll be doing quick little recaps based off shows that I'm watching, movies I'm watching, just stuff that I'm watching. And I'm going to let you know. But we're going to be opening up this series while I watch The White Lotus. So if you haven't watched White Lotus, it's a series on HBO Max, whatever. It's HBO. And it basically follows a few groups of rich people, families, friend groups, solo travelers, who go to a resort chain called the White Lotus. And they run into so many different like dramatic problems. It's not just like related to the hotel, it's like within their own personal lives. And there's always a death at the end of the show. Fun. And so season 1 took place in Hawaii, season 2 took place in Italy, and now this third season we are in Thailand. And we opened up the series with an all new opening song, which I've read online that a lot of people are pissed off about it, but like it's a bop. Everyone's like, you can't dance in the club to this. And I'm like, which club are you in? I think it's a fun bop. I think it's really cool, especially how the opening number always ties in with like what's gonna happen. I'm just saying. So we open up the series the way every season has started, and that's seeing how the end happens. Not so much how it happens, just what happens. We don't find out what happens until literally the last episode. So we open up with a character who we imagine is the son of a character that we get to meet in the introduction later. They're mid-meditation, everything's chill, and then all of a sudden, gunshots start going off. Yay! Mass panic happens, you see guests running around the resort, and then you see the son of said person as they're trying to escape in a body of water. A floating body starts to float by. We don't see like any of it. We don't see enough to like know who the fuck it is. And then the series starts. The next part of the show opening is also something that is traditional, where all the guests start arriving at the island or the location of where the hotel is, and we get to meet everyone one by one. So we open up with the general manager and the owner of the hotel, who's this big Thailand pop star. I know she's like a pop star in real life, and she's also playing a pop star on the show. The general manager, he looked like he could be Michael Cera's dad. I don't know who he is, but he's apparently a great actor. He hasn't grown on me yet. I mean, when you've got the shoes to fill of Armand from season 1 and then Valentina from season 2, they were really great general managers of that hotel, and they brought the drama with them. But the owner doesn't see, like, both of them don't seem like they have any bad business right now. More so the owner of the hotel's husband, which I'll get to in a little bit. He may be someone sus involved in all the tomfoolery of all these rich people. First up, we got Baby Billy and a cutie patootie. Walton Goggins plays some dude. I haven't learned their names yet, shut up. And he brings his girlfriend. I don't think they're married. And she's adorable. There's just something about girls who have that like gap tooth that's just like cute. He seems like super mega not like wanting to be there, and she just seems like totally like, this is our vacation, like let's have fun, yay, whoopee. Oh, I forgot to mention, we meet Mook, who is one of the staffers at the hotel with the security officer. My vibe check, I don't want to trust Mook right now. I don't know. We'll touch back on that. Then we get to meet the Ratliff family. It's giving very Lannister energy for me. Like the siblings, perfect family. Then we have the besties. It's like a group of 3 girls. I say group of girls, but they're like older than me, but they're still girls. Girls are still girls. And they all seem like they're all there to just have like a weekend away from it all, with one of the friends being like a famous actress or something, I think has been established. But yeah, besties. And then we have Belinda, who is from season 1. Season 1, she was the spa masseuse director. She was important because she got to tend to Tanya, who was Jennifer Coolidge's character in season 1. And spoiler alert, I mean, this is going to be full of spoilers. If you're watching this, there's spoilers. Shut up. But Jennifer Coolidge's character died in season 2. I don't think Belinda knows this yet. Oh no, she doesn't know this. And then I finally heard a phrase that sounded very familiar. When they were all greeting each other, they were like, Khop-khun-kha. Khop-khun-kha. And I'm like, where have I heard that? And I'm like, oh right, I used to quote that all the time because of Bridesmaids.
Khop-khun-kha. Khop-khun-kha. Khop-khun-kha.
Khop-khun-kha. So slay, already knew that phrase. And so everyone starts to like go around the hotel. We get to see their like interactions. There's so much in episode 1 that teaches us about these characters that we meet. And so everyone's checking into their rooms, checking the vibe. There's a lot of mention of monkeys as well. A lot of mention of monkeys. Like they were shown in the opening. They were mentioned as like a few people were checking into their hotel rooms. And then there's like, they really hinted at this fruit. And I'm very much, what's the rule where like if you mention it you have to like bring it up later? I forgot the like cinematic rule, but they mentioned these fruits that are on the island, that they're really pretty but you can't eat them because they're poisonous. Someone's gonna eat the fruit, I swear to God. So everyone's checking in, and then we cut to Mook, who is one of the staffers who helps check in, and she is like talking to these sus boys outside the hotel, and the security guard like catches it. It's just all very sus. Like they keep looking at the security guard like, I tried to like pick up on what they were saying, had no idea. It sounded like Spanish for a moment. I don't think it was, but it sounded like it. I don't trust Mook. I don't trust Mook. I'm putting it out there. I don't trust her. I don't trust her. And so now we're going to dinner at the resort after we've all checked into the hotel and we've all gotten the accommodations, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's going to get a spa assessment the next day, which is going to be part of episode 2. And at dinner, we get to see everyone's interactions again, see how everyone's like chemistry is. Baby Billy just seems so angry. He's just an angry little being. I'm going to learn his name on the show. The girlfriend's adorable. I love her. I hope nothing bad happens to her. I love her. I love her. I love her. The Lannisters, I mean the Ratliff family, they're from South Carolina. Half the family went to Duke, the other went to like this other college, but it's like very like conservative family sounding. It's like, we went to Duke. I can't imitate that accent. I'm from Texas, but I can't imitate that accent. I'm so sorry. It's so Southern, but it's so rich. It's so like glittery Southern. Obnoxiously, respectfully. The besties are just trying to have a good time. They're living, you know, they might be in their like late 40s, 50s, and they're just like, oh my God, like, you look so good. No, you look so good. What have you had done? No, girl, what have you had done? They're having girl talk. I think they're gonna kill each other. And then Belinda is just having dinner by herself. She's kind of observing the area, you know, trying to see the vibe, and yeah. I hope nothing happens to Belinda. I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God. And then we cut to the girlfriend of Baby Billy. She goes to the bar because Baby Billy is being sad and mad and not having a good time. And she meets a model there at the bar who I don't recognize from a previous season at all. But she's a model who is from France. And she's like, I'm here with my husband. Oh my God, I'm here with my husband. And they cut to a view of the husband. It's Uncle Rico. I mean, Greg. For those who didn't watch season 1 and 2, Greg is the husband of Tanya, played by Jennifer Coolidge, and Tanya died. And like the last few bits of the couple last episodes of the last season, we saw that Greg was involved with the people who were like surrounding Tanya's death. I don't trust that man. I don't trust that man. I do not trust that man. So anyway, he's at the island, says he's been there for a year with his girlfriend now. Like they live there. And so then everyone goes to bed, or is getting ready for bed. Their little bedtime routines before bed. And then we go to the besties, you know, they're having a gab sesh before bed. They're drinking wine. And then one of them goes to bed, who appears to be like the oldest out of the group, or the one that like definitely doesn't feel the best out of themselves. You can see the dynamic of self-esteem like in this group. It's like that toxic bestie group. They're gonna kill each other. But she goes to bed, and the two girls that are left, the actress and like the rich girl from Texas, they just keep talking about her. They just keep saying like, oh, like they start out nice, like, oh, I'm so proud of her, she did that. And then they start like, oh, but her daughter, oh, but this, but she's so tired, oh, but she's so And I'm like, wow, may this friendship never find me. So it was just weird. And then they cut to the bestie who left, and she's crying in her room, like ugly crying. And I'm like, I get that, girl. And then we cut to the Lannisters, and they're getting ready for bed. The brothers, so before they went to bed, they were like, oh, I'll let the sister sleep in the room with the brother, because the sister was like, no, I want to sleep with my little brother. And the little brother's like, quiet. The little brother's quiet, but like sus quiet. I don't, okay, so the older brother's like such a perv. And he was like, I need to go wank it out. And so he, like, the brother's like, okay, work, doesn't say anything, like, he's just like, okay, whatever. And he goes into the bathroom, starts wanking it, but the brother starts, like, watching, and it's weird. I can tell there's, like, some tension with the sister and the little brother, because they, like, tried to go to a monk temple earlier, and then, like, nothing happened, but there's tension. Lannister, it's a weird dynamic. They make me uncomfortable. And yeah, that's the end of episode 1. It's just meeting everybody and feeling it out. Current prediction? I don't really have one yet. I feel like the girl group, something's gonna happen to one of them. They're gonna kill each other. I think the Lannister family, I forgot to mention. So Lannister dad, the dad of the group, at the end of the episode, he starts getting calls at dinner. So he keeps getting calls from the Wall Street Journal or something, one of the big newspapers, that he needs to be investigated because of one of his business partners. And he's like, what the f***'s happening? And they're like, we just want to interview you. Ha ha ha. And it's all business. So there's sussy business going on with Lannister dad. But yeah, we'll find out what happens in episode 2. I have no idea. Anyone could die. Thank you for joining me this week. I hope you join me next week for another episode of Weecap Wednesday. And until then, Khop-khun-kha. Khop-khun-kha.